and welcome back to this episode. This is the third episode of the Coing series that I've made. In this episode, we will talk about contingency programs, so stick around, stay tuned. This episode is sponsored by Monster Bass. If you don't know what Monster Bass is a monthly subscription box broken out in national and regional areas. In order to get those boxes or bags, click on the link in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so now that we got the formalities out of the way, MLF, you decide that you want to fish in the BFLs, which is the Bass Fishing League, presented by TH Marine, and you want to look into contingency bonuses or programs that the BFL has that you can participate in. For instance, as a co-angler, you can participate in this year in 2022. They have Fitzgerald, anyway. So that's part of a contingency program that you can jump into and get money for. I am actually a partnership with Fitzgerald Fishing. Here is the contingency programs that they offer in the BFLs. Phoenix BFL, 5 bonuses. This is believe it's boaters. Yeah. So this part is the boater side. All American, yeah. Here's the bonus box. Toyota bonus box. TH Marine Atlas Awards. There's a top level pro. The program is just $30 a year. Again, it's $30 a year, and of course putting out money, right? And each credit is worth $20 in cash or $50 in it's used. So if you're using a call system, it's 1 credit, G-force, trolling motor handle, 2-way alarm, and so forth. So case, you can see all these hydro wave. Then you get those. General Tire. Again, if you had General Tires, they have a contingency program in order to make extra cash. Power pole. If you have power poles on your boat, make some extra cash. In order to get these contingency programs, you have to be registered in those prior to the tournament. So let's say if you took a tournament right now and you said, hey, I want to go down to Gunnersville, and you go and participate and you're like, oh my gosh, I placed 3rd and I'm the top one of power pole cash, and you go, well, I don't have it. And you go ahead and get the contingency, you're not going to get those points or get that money. So do it prior to. Then you got your co-angler of the year, receives $500, ties results, whatever. Angler of the year, MLF rewards, Wiley X. If you're the highest finishing co-angler in each of he or she met the program contingency requirements. Oh, so you can get a pair of Wiley X sunglasses for being in which is cool. Yeah, even as a co-angler. Epic Baits, $250 to the boater, $125 to the co-angler, which is not bad. And if you do a super tournament and so forth, so you can get money throughout with Epic Baits, but it's got to be visible in the front of your angler's jersey, hat, or visor. For boaters, the Epic logo must be displayed on the tow vehicle on the boats. Each angler must verify participation. So that's how you would get to that. AFCO. You get $100 AFCO for the highest finishing co-anglers throughout all the tournaments, not including the wild card though. And then Black Rifle Coffee Club. It's a lot of good stuff, especially if you're a co-angler wanting to move over, or if you're just starting out as a co-angler, you have an opportunity. I know there's contingencies out here on BASS. Definitely not here in your local tournaments and USA Bass, and I don't think there is any contingency programs. Maybe there is. I just never really paid attention. MLF used to be owned by FLW, or FLW got absorbed by MLF. And there was one co-angler that actually made the switch, and he won last year. I got a chance to meet him. His name is Brand New. Fantastic guy. He was one of the best co-anglers out there. He caught fish. Just bottom line. Caught fish. And now he's on the boater side, making all these deals. Now, as far as partnerships and sponsorships, if you're new to co-angling, I suggest not to go out and demand Guggen Baits to sponsor you and expect $10,000 to $12,000 from them. It's not going to happen. You haven't proven anything. X-Zone is a good example. I emailed them. I said, hey, I'm looking at I fish in the BFLs as a co-angler, and I'm looking at wanting to get some type of deal. I'm prior military, so therefore I just asked them for a military discount. In return, what can I do for your company? And they came back and said, all right, fill out this information. So I filled it out, and lo and behold, I was in the partnership with X-Zone. And I get a small percentage off of baits. Enigma rods, same thing. There is also a company out there, it's called NPS National. It's a sponsorship thing. I can see here it's a sponsorship thing. It's outdoorsponsors.com or NPS sponsorships. You have to pay a fee in order to get this, and it's for a year. And then you can go into sponsorships, and then you can apply. So if you apply for something, like I applied for TH Marine, and I got it. I applied for Fitzgerald Fishing Reels, and I got it. The rods I did not get, so I had to find a different rod company. That's the reason why I went with Enigma. So I got Fitzgerald Fishing Reels through NPS, as well as, because I can show you my dashboard here. You see, TH Marine was approved, and also through the reels, stuff like that. That's what them. Not only that you get something through this company, right, and you can have the potential of getting those deals, you can also, as in part of the Insiders Club, which is $50 a year, you get discounts. As you can see, Bass Mafia, or Rapala, or Yum, or X-Zone, or ARC, the Rod Club. There's all these places that give a discount. You get the code, and basically you go in there and you use it, like Enigma, right? Or Fitzgerald's down here too. I seen it right there, Fitzgerald. You can get added bonus discounts when you go into and become a member of this NPS. Now, it does cost you every single time. Let's say, like for instance, I want to apply for, I don't know, Great Lakes finesse fishing, which nothing can beat your X-Zone lures right now. Nothing. I mean, I've had great things. So when you go to apply, right, you click on apply, it's going to charge you, it's $25 if you're not a member, $20 if you are a member, so you save $5. And when you do that, you have potentially of getting a sponsorship partnership with them. You have a better chance of doing that because it's through an agency. So, and then of course you just promote, right? You promote on your social media pages. You don't need a jersey to participate. You don't need a sponsorships to participate in the MLF co-angling or any series. You don't need those. If you go to the wild card or you go to the regional, you do need to have a jersey. So my suggestion as a co-angler fishing this for a little bit, my suggestion is go ahead and get a jersey. Even if you can get a couple of sponsors. You can also ask around in their local companies and say, hey, I'm going to offer this portion, right, a small portion of my jersey to you for $500. Free advertisement, you get $500, which can go toward your gas, your lodging. You can go down and pre-fish, but it's on your own dime. Speaking of money, at the end of the day of your tournament, I have always offered my boater cash. If it's a $40 to $60 to $80, it just depends. If I am no kidding catching fish nonstop and we are like on them, which is very rare. I think in one of my videos, it's just one time, I think it was Mosquito Lake video, we were catching fish. I've caught plenty of fish, but I didn't need, I just kept catching, we kept catching fish. I ended up giving him $80. That's up to you. If you can afford it, then give it to them, right? They have to pay for gas. They usually come down and they're fishing, or they're fishing those tournaments. They start fishing like Thursday. I've been down there on a Wednesday and I fished with my buddy to getting ready for a tournament on Saturday. We fished for 2 days straight, 8 to 10 hours on the water just trying to find fish. And sometimes I would give him money just randomly. Here is the true facts about it. You're not going to win. Just think of gambling and you're losing that money. But there's that potential, right? There's always that chance I can win. I caught 2 fish last year as a co-angler. Doing something that is crazy, I caught 2 fish the whole year. It was tough. Anyway, as I was saying that, check your local places, find out if they need, if they want space on your jersey. Find local companies, see if they would sponsor you, or you can be on their pro staff team, or you can be an ambassador. P-Line I'm an ambassador. Let's see, P-Line, like Enigma, Fitzgerald Fishing, I'm an ambassador program. It's not even an actual sponsorship, but I'm an ambassador program. It's a step down from it. But I can still put them on my jersey and I can still win the awards as long as I pay for the amount. Moving forward, you got to be able to talk to people. What can you do for them? Because here's the bottom line. It's about their business. They are trying to get their names out there. They are trying to get put on the map. In order to do that, you can help them. Especially if you're fishing other tournaments besides local tournaments. I would suggest you can try a couple tournaments prior to that as a co-angler and just see what you think. And then we have one more video in this series. We're going to wrap that up the next episode. And again, thank you for swinging by. Thank you for clicking on the video. It's greatly appreciated. As always, tight lines, God bless. We out of here. Deuces.